So I don't know where this video left off, so I guess I'm gonna start all over, because the whole time that I thought I was recording, I was not. For all my YouTubers out there, don't you hate that? So anyway, I'm new to this, like talking and driving in the car, because I like to be focused, but I'm actually on a long drive. I don't know where my video that I left off, so I'm just gonna kind of reiterate some things. I'm on my way to Oklahoma, and it's about a 4 to 5 hour drive from Dallas. And I was saying that I'm so excited because as you guys probably know, and of some of my previous videos, I said that I was going to venture out of my comfort zone. Actually inspired me by some of my students, because even though I sell a process that you can use everywhere, you know, you get comfortable if you are consistently in a county. You know, you just know all their rules and regulations, and it's easy, right? And so, you know, one of my students was like, it's just overwhelming, this is all so new, and I kind of felt their pain, right? And I said, you know, I understand. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to jump in with you, and I'm going to be a student all over again. Meaning, I'm going to venture out and go to other states and other counties and see, you know, experience the newness of it all over again. But needless to say, I basically am confident in my process, meaning that the process I can use in any county, any state, and it always works out for me. I think a lot of times when people are new to something, they're afraid, and they're afraid to ask questions. I always say ask a lot of questions. What I have found, and even me in the beginning, sometimes we don't know how to ask the right questions, right? So that's why sometimes I feel like it is important to have a mentor. I do have students that, you know, later on call and ask me for help, and what I've realized is they just don't know the right questions to ask. So I actually have in my course like an FAQ, so I continues to put questions on there to ask, because one of the things that I'm learning is that some of the counties do things a little bit differently. For example, I love this county. I actually talked to one of the ladies down at the tax assessors, and I'm like really excited. I'm really a people person, because if you are an investor, or if you don't have a job and you do this full time, 9 times out of 10 you're by yourself. You're in the car most of the time, and you know, you're just basically, you know, alone. So when I actually go and visit counties, it's like, oh, I'm going to go meet my friend for the first time. So I've been talking to this young lady at the tax assessors in Oklahoma, so I'm really excited to actually meet her in person. But what I wanted to say about this county is that, first of all, they're super friendly. Secondly, like, all the data and information, she's like, yeah, just come down and just bring a drive and I will give you all the information. And when I mean all the information, she's like, yeah, to tell you what liens are on there, all the encumbrances, everything that you need to make an educated decision. Now, if you're new to this and you don't know what to ask for, then that's why you probably need a mentor, or you want to, you know, purchase someone's course. I don't encourage people, I never tell people my course is like the best one. I'm like, shop around, right? But I can say this, a lot of times people are like, can you call me? Can you do that? And I'm like, no. The reason why a lot of times I say email me is because I'm not like most programs out there that just sell a program. I actually literally am an active investor. This is what I do every day. So I'm either on the road, or I'm actually, you know, getting on a plane. I'm actively investing. So as some entrepreneurs know, if you're watching this and you're an entrepreneur, we wear so many hats. And but at the same time, I want to give back, and the way I give back is by teaching people my process. But I also basically want to get in the shoes of my students sometimes. So that's why this year I told myself I'm going to explore other states and counties, just so I could get a, I want to get a feeling of different counties and see what their processes are, and not so much their process, but how they run. A couple months back, I went to an auction, and it was so elementary. Like, they literally wrote your bid number on the back of some recycled paper, and there was no pre-registration. You didn't have to like prove funds. It was just so elementary, right? So what I'm learning is that some of these counties, oh yeah, in that county too, like they were like, yeah, any payment is acceptable. So you literally could buy tax deeds on a credit card, which I thought was like totally amazing, because just imagine if you bought something on a credit card, you have 30 days to pay that back, right? So if you bought something and you could double your money, it's basically like you could buy something on credit and pay them back, and then take the money that you got from that property. So I'm learning that I don't want to say processes, because I sell a process. My process is to actually help you get the deed, but the counties sometimes have different processes when it comes to the auction part of it. So what I'm learning is that, you know, well, I tell you that in my course, the questions to ask, because I do know they're all different, but I didn't know that they were like so vastly different. Like, this is just ludicrous. So one of the things that, like, this county, what I love is that you don't have to, like, all the due diligence is pretty much done for you, which is like amazing. If you are an active tax deed investor, you probably know that it takes a lot of time and work to do your due diligence, because the number one thing I always tell my students is that the money is in the research. Like, when you buy, you should be buying knowing that you're going to make money, and the only way you're going to know that is by doing your due diligence and your research. So I'm really excited about this county, because like literally everything is pretty much done for you. She just told me to bring a drive and, you know, just stick it in, and every parcel that is actually on that list has all the information. So I'm super excited about that. And so that's what's really like different. I've never experienced a county that does that for you. So I say that all to say that, yeah, there are different processes for that, but the process that I use to actually acquire tax deeds is pretty much the same across the board. And so that's pretty much what I do with my courses. I just sell a process that you can utilize in any state and county, although each county may have their own little niches of what they do and what they provide. And so I also do this too, because now I can just add this, you know, county to my belt of experience. I'm going to be flying to Florida tomorrow to do another county, so that's going to be exciting. And yeah, just wait and see. Hold on, and I will walk you through the process when I get there. And
in 2 miles, keep left onto Indian Nation Turnpike North.
There goes my GPS. So yeah, just stay tuned. Sometimes it's a little weird when I'm videotaping and then I'm by myself, so I'm going to try to videotape while I'm talking, but sometimes that's a little hard. So hopefully it won't be so weird. So stay tuned. So it looks like I'm here finally. This is downtown. Finally made it.
Use the middle lane to continue onto West 7th Street.
Okay, we're going to West 7th Street. I didn't even know there was
Continue straight.
I would not have even thought that there was a city here. This is downtown Tulsa. I finally made it. Oh my gosh. So I truly believe that I have been blessed by the real estate gods. I promise you I have. So today I drove about 5 hours, got up really early in the morning to drive to Oklahoma, and I am just so amazed by this county. First of all, I've been investing in Dallas for a while, and I'm on a lot of Facebook groups that do tax deeds, and I've never, ever, ever had a county that does the title search for you. On this drive is the title search for all the properties that are going to sell. Now, This is the issue. And this is why I always tell people, you either take my course or you have to do it yourself, because let me tell you how much homework I'm gonna have tonight. So I'm actually in my car. I'm about to go to a Starbucks and do my homework and do some due diligence. But this is why you get such good deals, because you have to do the work. And this is why I tell my students all the time that the money's in the buy. And the reason why I drove out here is because there's people on here that I'm assuming they're dead, but there's people on here that the opening bid is $14 and their taxes over the last 3 years was like $3. So I'm gonna assume that they passed away and nobody in their family knew about the property or something. I don't know. I'm gonna assume that's the reason why they couldn't pay their $3. Okay, but back to why I was saying, like, I don't like to partner with anybody, or people be like, oh, get me some properties, because look at all the homework I have to do. I'm gonna show you. So while I'm at the auction, I am going to be collecting the overage. And I love this because the county kind of did it already for me. That's the minimum bid, $197. And then it tells I could easily put the successful bid amount. And I'm going to have the overages for over 267 properties. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, I've been working in my car. Here is the title search. I just love this county. It's just amazing. So this is my homework. I have 267 pages of properties I have to go through. But look at these properties, 300, 500. The cheapest I found so far was like $14. I saw some for $80. So now, not only do I have to drive by all of these, I also have to take this list, because these are all the properties that actually have been paid already. So I have to cross-examine this stack with this stack, even though this is only 20 pages and this is 200 pages. So not only do I have to do that, but I also have to do my title search, which I have to go through each property. So it's a lot of stuff that goes. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff that goes into this. I sometimes make it look easy. I sometimes make it look fun. It is fun because I feel like I'm on a scavenger hunt, because I'm actually able to go I take these addresses and then I get to go by them and see them. So it's kind of exciting. Also too, not only that, I'm only showing you like half the part of like what goes into tax deed investing, but this is kind of like the foundation, because like I always tell my students, the money is in the buy. So as long as you do your due diligence, it's a win-win situation. One of the things that I'm noticing by I'm venturing out of Texas and going to other states like Oklahoma, Florida, Georgia, you are getting more properties than land. But I mean, I didn't even tell you guys about the land deals here. It's just ridiculous. And I didn't even know that Oklahoma was 420. They were like 420 friendly, which means that I could get a lot of nice land and sell to my 420 people that want to grow. I mean, the opportunities are relentless. So I'm really excited about what I'm going to see today. And you're going to go on my journey with me, because I'm going to drive by a few properties and some land. So you'll get to see a little bit inside of what my day looks like and what I do. So I'm about to go spend like an hour or two and go through it, probably about 50 properties, and do the title search, which is already done for me, which is, heaven sent. And then I'm going to just drive by them. So you'll get to see a few of my property, so stay tuned. I just came from this house. I was thinking that someone would be there, but no one's there. I'm hoping that they pay their taxes, because their opening bid is $350. Looks like their neighbor is doing some work, but looks like someone still lives there, so we'll see what happens. Wow, this is a nice looking lot. Like I said in some of my videos, I'm liking going to these other states. This is really pretty. Needs a lot of work, but it looks like it's on some nice land. And there's no houses on this street. Looks like a church across the street. Oh, I wonder if this could be like a duplex or a triplex. Oklahoma, you guys. I really like this. Definitely needs a new roof and windows. So this is why it's important to do your due diligence, because, oh Lord, it's hot out here. Because this property, the opening bid is $48. $48, right? And so I was like, I'm just gonna go see it because I'm thinking it's gonna be land, and it's not that bad of a neighborhood. However, it is right by the railroad tracks. These are the railroad tracks up there, and that's probably why this little piece of shack right here is opening at 48. I don't know how much this is going to go for. Number one question is, would you tear it down and rebuild, or would you just try to rehab it? Looks like it needs a little bit of everything. I don't know if I would want to buy this because the railroad tracks are right here. But yeah, what would you do? This is a property on Admiral. I'm documenting this. This lot goes with it, and there's also a commercial lot I'm about to head to. But just wanted to add this one. This is really cheap. This is the Admiral property. This is actually a really good area. It's like next to a main street. Oh look, it says Black Lives Matter Street. This is the area. There's actually like, oh my god, it's this house, and then it's that house across the street. And then, you guys, it's so hot out here. I'm not used to this heat. Like, half of this street is for sale. I'm being lazy. I don't want to walk all the way down there to the other properties, but I'll be bidding on this whole street come Monday. But this is another property right here. So I try to target that lot over there, that property right there. And there's a few other ones that I looked at, but I don't feel like walking down there. Wow, Tulsa's giving me a lot of love here. These houses are much better shape than I expected. There's one house, here's another. I literally have 300 properties to go through. These are right next to each other. This is the neighborhood. Just so happened there's a school right across the street. So it's a really good upsell value. Thank you. There's a house. These are the houses. And this is the school that's right across the street. So this is a really good for families.